Hello dear students. So in electromagnetic theory today we shall discuss the Faraday's law, which is in unit 4. So we will see the Maxwell equation also for the time varying field. So let us discuss the Faraday's law today. So today's topic of discussion is Faraday's law. Okay. So according to Faraday, the induced EMF is equal to the time rate of change of magnetic flux linking with the closed circuit. Okay. So what is Faraday's law? So according to this Faraday's law, the the induced EMF is equal to the time rate of change of magnetic flux. Time rate of change of magnetic flux linking with the closed circuit or closed path. Okay, linking with the closed circuit or closed path. So this is the statement of Faraday's law. According to this law, the induced EMF is equal to the time rate of change of magnetic flux linking with the closed circuit. Okay. So if we express it mathematically, then we can write it that this is equal to minus n d phi upon dt. So with this statement it is clear that the induced EMF, that is E, is equal to time rate of change of magnetic flux, that is d phi upon dt. So what is the meaning of d phi upon dt? D phi upon dt means the time rate of change of magnetic flux. Okay, and if there is n number of turns, okay, number of turns of the circuit or coil, then n is there, capital N. Okay, and this minus sign indicates that the direction of induced EMF is such that it opposes the original field. Okay, so where n is the number of turns, okay, and E is the induced EMF, and this negative sign, what does it represent? The negative sign indicates that the direction of the induced EMF, the direction of the induced EMF is such as to oppose the original field. Okay, so this negative sign indicates that the direction of this induced EMF is such as to oppose the original field. Okay, now by Faraday's law, the induced EMF is given by, induced EMF means what? EMF is voltage. Okay, so for voltage we have already learned this expression. If you remember, for voltage we have already learned this expression, V equals to E dot dI. So if this E, induced EMF, is also a voltage, so we can write this E equals to also, for the closed path, closed line integral, E dot dl. Yes or no? So we can write this E equals to closed line integral of electric field intensity, because E is the voltage, induced EMF. Okay. So we can write that by Faraday's law, induced EMF E equals to E dot dl, and let it be equation 2. The equation 1 was equals to minus n d phi upon dt. That was equation 1. Now the magnetic flux passing through the specified area is given by the magnetic flux passing through a specified area is given by what? So this phi equals to B dot ds. Yes or no? Let it be equation 3, where B is what? B is the magnetic flux density. So and your first equation, if you remember, I just discussed now, E equals to minus n d phi by dt. This was your first equation. So now using second equation in 1, okay, if we use second equation in first equation, using equation 2 in 1, so what we can write? Or we can say that using equation 1, 2 and 3, okay, simply. So by using equation 1, 2 and 3, what we can write? E equals to minus n d phi by dt, okay. So E equals to what? If we consider a single term, not the n number of terms, we are considering single term, okay, then E can be written as what? E equals to minus d upon dt, and in place of this phi, what we can write? B dot ds. So it is B dot ds, surface integral, okay. Put it now equation 4. So now from these two equations, equation 2 and equation 4, if we see, what we can write? So from equation 2 and equation 4, using equation 2 and equation 4, E equals to what? Closed line integral of electric field intensity, that is E equals to E dot dl, okay, and it is equal to minus d by dt of B dot ds, minus d by dt of B dot ds, okay. Now this negative sign and this negative sign, now this E dot dl, so there was no negative sign here, so this one is plus. So this E dot dl closed line integral equal to minus d by dt B dot ds, okay. So if we equate together, then we will get that this E dot dl, both are in vector form, equals to minus, and if we take this dy dt inside, okay, then it will be converted into partial differentiation, del v upon del t and dot ds, okay, and this is the surface integral. So this is called the transformer EMF. So this expression is called the, or this EMF. Actually, what is E dot dl? This is E, yes or no? This is E equals to, okay. So this expression is representing the EMF, but it has got a special name. इसका एक special नाम है. This EMF is called the transformer EMF, okay. This EMF is called the transformer EMF. This EMF is called the transformer EMF. Now put it equation 5. Okay, this one is the fifth equation. Now it is clear that the magnetic flux density is the only quantity varying with time. See, del V upon del T means to say what? That magnetic flux density is the only quantity which varies with time. Magnetic flux density एक ऐसा quantity है जो time के हिसाब से vary हो रहा है, change हो रहा है. So we can use partial derivative to define relationship as B may be changing with time. Okay, ये B जो है time के साथ change होगा. That's why we have to represent it with the partial derivative. Okay. So till then, till transformer EMF we have derived. Now after two more steps, your Maxwell equation for the time varying field will be derived. Time varying field के लिए जो Maxwell equation है वो दो step और करने से derive हो जाए. तो let us see कैसे करना है. So अभी जो हमने transformer EMF का equation derive किया पहले उसको लिख देते हैं. Screen change हो गया. तो ये हमने derive किया है E dot, this is E equals to induced EMF equals to E dot dl equals to minus del B upon del T dot ds. ये आपका इक्वेशन 5 है और ये ट्रांसफॉर्मर EMF का इक्वेशन. अब यहाँ पर अगर हम स्टोक्स थ्योरम अप्लाई करें, ओके, सो यूजिंग द स्टोक्स थ्योरम, यूजिंग दिस स्टोक्स थ्योरम क्या करता है? लाइन इंटीग्रल टू सरफेस इंटीग्रल. ओके, सो दिस E डॉट dl कैन बी रिटन एज व्हाट? दिस E डॉट dl कैन बी रिटन एज डेल क्रॉस E, ओके, एंड डॉट ds. दिस इज द क्लोज सरफेस इंटीग्रल. एंड राइट साइड का वैसे ही रहेगा, ये हो जाएगा माइनस डेल B अपॉन डेल T डॉट ds. ओके, नाउ अगर हम दोनों साइड से इंटीग्रेशन, ये भी इंटीग्रेशन सरफेस इंटीग्रेशन है, ये भी सरफेस इंटीग्रेशन है, दोनों साइड से इंटीग्रेशन को एलिमिनेट करें तो व्हाट विल बी? वी विल बी ऑब्टेनिंग दिस डेल क्रॉस E इक्वल्स टू माइनस डेल B अपॉन डेल T. सो दिस इज डेल क्रॉस E इक्वल्स टू माइनस डेल B अपॉन del T. Okay, so this is also one of the Maxwell equation. This is one of the Maxwell equation. Okay, now through this some particular conditions can be derived. Okay, so special cases you can say, if B is not varying with time, if B is yani magnetic flux density, if B is not varying with time, because in this expression this is showing the Maxwell equation for the time varying field. This field is varying with time. Del B upon del T means what? टाइम के हिसाब से B का वेरिएशन हो रहा है, चेंज हो रहा है. बट अगर ऐसा हो कि B वेरी नहीं कर रहा है टाइम के साथ, और B इज नॉट वेरिंग विथ टाइम, B is not varying with time, then what will happen? Then from the previous equations, okay, this was your sixth equation, so from equation 5 and 6, what will happen? This del B upon del T is 0 because it is not varying with time, it is constant. Okay, so it is 0, differentiation of constant 0. So E dot dl what? E dot dl equals to 0. This is a very important derivation to consider, that for if B is not varying with time, then this E dot dl equals to 0, and also del cross E will be equal to 0. Okay, so this point is very important to consider. Okay, if B is not varying with time, then this E dot dl equal to 0 means there will be no induced EMF, and this del cross E will also be 0. Now, secondly, if magnetic field is stationary, constant, not varying with time, like we saw, while the closed circuit is resolved to get the relative motion between them. So this action is similar to generator action, and hence the induced EMF is called the motional or generator EMF. Okay, so second condition is what? If this magnetic field is stationary, if the magnetic field is stationary. Stationary means magnetic field is not varying with time, while the closed circuit is resolved to get the relative motion between them. Okay, and the closed circuit is revolved to get the relative motion between them. Then this action is called what? This action is called the generator action. Okay, because similar type of thing happens, similar phenomena occurs in generator, and that's why the hence the induced EMF is called the motional or generator EMF. So the principle of all the machines has been derived from this Faraday's law. Okay, so in the first case we had seen that we had got the transformer EMF by rate of change of flux. Here the magnetic field is stationary, but the coil is rotated or revolved, and due to the relative motion between them, induced EMF is obtained, and that is called the motional or generator EMF. Okay, so that we will see now. So consider a charge Q. Okay, let us consider a charge Q moving in magnetic field B. Charge Q moving in magnetic field B at a velocity v. Then what will be the force on the moving charge Q in the magnetic field at velocity v? So it is Q B cross B. Yes or no? This we have seen. Now the motional electric field intensity. So the motional electric field intensity. Okay, so what is motional electric field intensity? That is EM, and this EM equals to what? F upon Q. And what is this F? F is Q V cross B. So Q V cross B upon Q. So it is equal to B cross B. So this one is the motional electric field intensity. Okay. Now the induced EMF is given by, so how can we determine the induced EMF? So the induced EMF is given by this E equals to EM dot dl. So in this case, we are deriving the things for generator EMF. So in this case, the induced EMF will be equal to EM dot dl. And what is this EM? EM is V cross B, so we can substitute E equals to V cross B and dot dl. Okay, so here this is the expression for this generator EMF. Generator EMF. Now if V and B are perpendicular to each other, V and B are perpendicular to each other, then what will be the induced EMF? So the induced EMF is E equals to BLB sine 90 degree, because they are perpendicular to each other, so it is equal to BL, okay, where L is the length of the conductor. Now the third case, if in case the magnetic flux density is also varying with time, okay, in case if the magnetic flux density is also varying with time, means this is rotating and the magnetic field density is also varying, then if the both condition is prevailing, then the induced EMF is the combination of transformer EMF and generator EMF. Okay, so this induced EMF now will be equal to what? The transformer EMF and plus this generator EMF. So the expressions we have derived for transformer and generator EMF will also get added, yes or no? So what I mean to say is that E dot dl equals to the transformer EMF we had derived del P upon del T dot ds and plus this V cross B and dot dl. So this is the combination of this transformer, this is the combination of the transformer and generator EMF.